The bullpen does it yet again for the Toronto Blue Jays as they blow yet another ball game, losing 6-5 to the New York Yankees. And I just can't stand getting mad after every single game because the bullpen does something different. Well, they've been doing a lot of the same things, but it's different people this time. We'll get into that in a bit. But top of the first inning, the Blue Jays have a golden opportunity. The bases loaded, nobody out. Walked the first three guys that Jordan Montgomery faced. And Teoscar Hernandez is a sacrifice fly, and that is all the Blue Jays get. Now, I understand the offense did score 5 runs, but a bases loaded, nobody out situation in the very first inning. You want to break that game open early. They do not. It's not the reason they lost, but it does suck. Top of the second inning, Gary Sanchez crushes a ball off of Hyunjin Ryu, and it's way out of here, and we're tied at 1. Bottom of the third inning, Bo Bichette crushes a home run of his own to left center field, and the Blue Jays take the lead back. It's now a 2-1 game. Next half inning, Chris Giddens hits a solo shot, his first big league home run, and we're tied at 2. But then in the bottom of the fourth inning, Joe Panik scores on a wild pitch, and the Blue Jays take the lead back. It's 3-2. Gary Sanchez, it wasn't a wild pitch, it was a pass ball. It was a terrible play by Gary Sanchez. Should have had the ball, didn't. And with the bases loaded, gets by him, and the Blue Jays score 1. This is all with 2 out. Then Bo Bichette hits an RBI single. Espinal and Simeon come in to score, and the Jays are up 5-2. We're feeling real good. Even though the bullpen stink, the Yankees have been off lately, and the Blue Jays have a 5-2 lead. You're feeling good with your ace on the mound. Really didn't have his ace stuff today, but he is on the ace on the mound with a 3-run lead. You feel pretty confident. Top of the sixth inning, they get into a jam there with Ryu at second and third, less than 2. I think he had 1 away, and then an RBI ground out from Miguel Andujar. Gio Urshela comes in to score. I understand why. You know, you have a 3-run lead. 1 run's not going to kill you. You don't need the infield in there to get a ball to go by those guys and score 2 instead, right? So you get the 1 out. I get it. No other runs score. It's a 5-3 game. Okay, that's fine. But then the wheels start to fall off for the Toronto Blue Jays. In comes Anthony Castro. He's been very reliable in the area of under 2. He's been phenomenal all year long for the most part. But he gives up a solo shot to the number 9 hitter, Brett Gardner, and makes it 5-4. You know, and then J.J. LeMahieu rips a double. And then not too long after that, he scores on a wild pitch. And we're tied at 5. Castro, who's been amazing, who we've talked about as the setup guy, because he's one of the only guys you can rely on, he allows the 2 runs, and we're tied. We go to the 8th inning. Okay, well, who else have we relied on that's actually been okay? Mays has been all right lately, and Romano is your closer. He's the only guy that's really been consistent all year long for the most part. Top of the 8th inning, you know, and Tim Mesa gets some guy on, and then in comes Frazier. Adam Frazier, what am I talking about? Clint Frazier. They bring in Jordan Romano, and he gives up an RBI double to Clint Frazier. This whole bullpen you can't rely on. He doubles scoring home Tyler Wade, and just like that, the Yankees have a 6-5 lead. So the only 3 guys that have done anything decent lately on the mound in the bullpen, Mesa, Castro, and Romano, are the 3 guys who combined to lose this game as they give up 2 in the 7th and 1 in the 8th. And oh yeah, top of the 9th, you know who's coming out there to throw a 0. Tyler Flippin Chatwood. Of course he is, right? Of course he is. He didn't allow a hit, didn't walk a batter. Yeah, he threw strikes, and he had a strikeout. I just don't know what to say anymore, man. Like, people are going to say, well, you know, bring this guy up, or trade for Kimbrel, or do this, or do that. It's not a one-guy fix, people. If Merriweather comes back, if you call up Patrick Murphy and Thomas Hatch, it's not a one-guy fix. The entire bullpen has been awful. And even today, with your most reliable guys getting hit around, it was not pretty. And it's not like they were walking guys and not finding the strike zone. And Carl Edwards Jr. left the game with an injury. I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely insane what's going on with this Blue Jays team. Offensively, they're doing fine. They scored 5 runs again today. But they can't pitch out of the pen. I seem like a broken record at this point, but it's just the blatantly obvious stuff that we're watching. And I don't know. It's not a one-player fix, like I said. So I don't know what else to say. Something's got to be done. Whether that's bringing up a Patrick Murphy or Thomas Hatch or trading for a guy, or something's got to be done soon. Because this is just getting out of hand. You know, stats in this game, let's start with the pitching. Ryu didn't have his ace stuff today. He was not Hyunjin Ryu like we're used to seeing him. I saw at least a couple 4-pitch walks, and I'm like, that's not him. He went 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 were home runs, and 3 strikeouts, and he walked 4 guys. That's definitely not Hyunjin Ryu. And he was really fighting himself all night, it felt like. I mean, look, 6 innings of 3-run ball is still nothing to snub your nose at, especially when your offense scored you 5. But your bullpen implodes. Anthony Castro was a third of an inning, allows 2 hits, 2 runs, a strikeout, and walks a batter. And Carl Edwards Jr. obviously threw in a third of an inning before leaving the ball game. He walked 1 guy. And Tim Mayza goes 2/3 of an inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, and a strikeout. The 1 run obviously came off the Jordan Romano 1 hit that he allowed in the 2/3 of an inning. He went out there and struck out 1 guy. None of the guys, Castro, Edwards Jr., Mayza, Romano, not 1 guy threw 1 complete inning. Those 4 guys combined for 2 innings of work, and you allowed 3 runs. That is awful. And those are your best guys almost, other than Edwards Jr., but 3 of your 4 guys are your best. Like, it's sad, man. And then, like I said earlier, of course Tyler Chatwood goes out there in 1 inning, no hits, no walks, and a strikeout. I just got nothing else to say about the pen, man. It's just the same nonsense night in, night out with this ball team right now. It's pretty rough to watch. Offensively, as I mentioned, not the greatest game. They had opportunities. Bo Bichette had that opportunity. The bases loaded and 2 out there in the bottom half of the 8th inning off of Zach Britton. He had a 3-1 count. Unfortunately, couldn't get the job done. But you can't blame the offense. Did they have opportunities to expand the lead? Yes. But 5 runs should win you a ball game, especially when you have a 5-2 lead heading into the 6th, or heck, even a 5-3 lead going into the 7th. You should feel good. You should be able to lock that down, but this Jays team has just not been able to do it. They just have not. And it's not a one-player fix. So I just don't know where to look right now. I don't know where to look for arms. Do you maybe think of Nate Pearson as a bullpen guy? Well, clearly he went 6 innings in his last start. Clearly he's not thinking, and they're not thinking, putting him in the bullpen. Is Thomas Hatch? Maybe. He's only been going 2 innings in his starts, so maybe he's a guy that comes out of the pen. Patrick Murphy, I like the arm, I like the upside, but he's a guy that you need to have up here now. He won't maybe fix the entire pen, but he's a new arm, and Tyler Saucedo, a guy who haven't pitched yet, should get a shot, because his bullpen stinks. Use some arms that you haven't seen at all, because you might grab lightning in a bottle and run with it for a bit, because you have to at this point. Offensively, like I mentioned, wasn't the worst ball game. Did they have opportunities to expand the lead? Yes. Bo Bichette went 2 for 4 in the ball game with a run scored, 3 RBIs and a home run. He walked once. He's been fantastic as of late. He's really getting those numbers up, so it's good to see for him. And Santiago Espinal, after getting the call, Jonathan Davis goes on the paternity list, and he gets called right up from the alt site. I think it was the alt site, does Santiago Espinal. He goes 3 for 4 in the number 9 hole today. Great job for Espinal with a run scored. He was fantastic today. Defensively and offensively, he was really, really good. And I'm hoping we're going to see consistent stuff from Espinal. I mean, look, he shows us games like this, and we're like, man, that's beautiful to watch. But then he goes 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and commits an error, and we're like, So, I don't know. But a game like this, it's very appetizing. You know what isn't appetizing? Seeing Garrett Cole on the mound for the Yankees tomorrow. Game 2 of the 3 games set against the Yankees there at Salem Field. Or should I say Yankee Stadium, because it's 95% Yankee fans. Understandably so. You're in New York. Probably cheaper than going to Yankee Stadium. You know what I mean? You're closer to the players as well. So I understand the situation. But Ross Stripling gets the ball for the Blue Jays versus Garrett Cole. It's a 7:07 first pitch there tomorrow night in Game 2. Stripling's been unbelievable for the Blue Jays over the last little while. Obviously had that hiccup in his last inning right at the very end, but the bullpen caved in. Helps Tyler Chatwood there in his last start, so the numbers were real skewed. He's been fantastic over the last little while. Can he keep that up against the Yankees? We'll have to see. And can the Blue Jays light up spider tackless Garrett Cole tomorrow night? Again, we'll all have to wait and see. But in the end, I just don't trust this bullpen left and right. And if I wake up tomorrow with the same pen in line, I just got nothing. I don't know what else to say because something's got to be done. I mean, I don't know how they can't see it. I don't know how Charlie and the management and the coaching staff can't see it. The bullpen stinks. So they got to do something if they want to win ball games, especially against the teams in your division. All right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and did not enjoy the game today, but if you're a Yankee fan and you like the game, smack the like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you have not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, the game, everything. Just go crazy with your comments down in the comments below, of course. Twitter is down below for myself. Follow, send me a DM, do that great stuff on there. Instagram is down below, so follow up, send me a DM. Follow if you haven't done so already, guys. Go check it out on Instagram. Also check out the Blue Jays Center Instagram page. Posted the post game live stream there with Rob, Sheldon, and Matt. Go check that out on Blue Jays Center. Also want to chat with TJ Zoik, possibly Thursday's starter for the Toronto Blue Jays against the Yankees. I don't know. We'll see. He's in line for Thursday's start in Buffalo, so we'll have to see how that plays. Or not in Buffalo, but for the AAA team for the Blue Jays. Is that Trenton? I don't even know at this point. But he's lined up there, so maybe he gets to start Thursday. Go check the interview I had with him. It wasn't even an interview. It was more like a conversation with TJ on the Blue Jays Center IGTV page. So go check that out, guys. All right? And I will talk to you guys Blue Jays edition. There we go again. Tomorrow night, 7:07 first pitch. Ross Stripling, Garrett Cole. Are the Jays going to stay above 500, or are they going to be right at 500 after tomorrow's game? We'll have to wait and see. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.